Hello, 8th graders. Your video for the next section is going to be section 2.4 out of the book, solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. So we're going to add another step to the multi-step equations that we just got done going over. So the very first step, you're going to have to get all the variables on one side of the equation first. Okay? To do that, it's easiest if there's a negative variable, if you move that one first, or if there's not a negative, you move the smaller one to the other side. And the reason that you do that is because you don't want to end up with a negative variable. That's why I move them in that way. So here's an example. So if I have 22, I don't want an x there. 22 plus 2x equals 37 plus 6 plus x. So the first step is to get all the variables on one side. After I do that, then I can combine my like terms, get rid of what's being added or subtracted, finish the problem. Okay, so I'm just adding one step to what I've been doing. So I always look at where the smaller variable is. So here I have 2x, here I have an x. They're both positive, so I'm going to move the smaller one. It says plus x, so I'm going to minus my x, 1x. So that leaves me with 22 plus an x, because if I have 2 and I minus 1, that leaves me 1. 37 plus 6. Okay, the next part says combine like terms. So I have a 37 plus 6 over here, so I can go ahead and add those. That leaves me with this. And now I can go ahead and solve for my x. It says 22 plus x, so I do the opposite to get rid of it. I subtract 22. Again, you have to do it to both sides of the equation. That leaves me with x equals 21, and that is my answer because I only have an x there. So I already solved for x. If it was like 3x or whatever, you'd have to divide by 3 and you'd have another step. On this one, you don't. You can stop right there and you're done. So then, let's do another one. I'm going to add another step to this one. So 8 minus 3, parentheses, p minus 4, equals 2p. So before I can do anything on this one, I have to get rid of those parentheses using the distributive property. So I'm going to take 3 times p, which is 3p, and it's a minus. I'm going to go ahead and change this to plus a negative, so I can see that this is really a negative 3, and I'm taking it times a negative 4, which makes it a positive 12. Now, I have to move this one because that's all that's on this side. If I move it, I'm not going to have anything left. So it says minus 3p, so I'm going to add 3p, and then I have an 8 plus 12 equals 5p. 8 plus 12 is 20. And then my last step would be to get rid of the 5. 5 times p, the opposite is divide by 5. So my answer to that one is p equals 4. And again, remember I said you can check every single one of these if you want to. You can plug your 4 back in and see if it works, right? So 8 minus 3 times 4. So wherever there's a p, I'm just going to plug it in. 2 times 4, 8 minus 12 plus 12 equals 8. We have a minus 12 and a plus 12, which cancels, so 8 equals 8. Yes, it does work. Okay, so that we're just going to add another step to what we did on our last section, and that's what we will have for the next day, the next time that I see you. Bring that knowledge, and we'll talk about it then. See you later.